Hi, Paul Slacker's Good News Broadcast. I'm speaking to Lora Feng. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Okay, real well, thank you. You're the founder of LFI Solutions Incorporated, a seasoned business executive and banker with expertise in many areas, including management, consulting, banking, marketing, and business development, and a lot of experience with the United States and China. And thank you very much for agreeing to speak with Good News Broadcast. I met you through a successful forum that just occurred here recently here in New York. Well, tell us about the forum.
Yes, this forum was created to really address the emerging and pressing need of business executives and entrepreneurs in this country to really understand China more accurately and more fully, and to really tap into the opportunities over there.
Okay.
So we've been hosting this kind of event, periodically for the past couple of years, and we always received overwhelming responses. The forum basically is structured as a roundtable or any other conference formats to, where we would have experts to speak on the subjects that are of relevant and pressing interest to their audience. Subjects such as, the changing laws and, the M&A practices and opportunities in China, tax incentives, et cetera, et cetera. So the event on Thursday, June 17th, really focuses on the M&A landscape and practices in China, as well as the changing IP law and implications for multinational companies in China.
Good news. That's merger and acquisitions, right?
Yes, M&A is merger and acquisitions.
So are Chinese companies looking to have a merger or an acquirement of companies here, say, in America?
Yes. Well, previously it has been mostly outbound into China. U.S. businesses would like to acquire Chinese companies in China. Recently, we have noticed a trend. More and more Chinese companies wanted to acquire companies overseas, especially in the natural resources and technology areas. But still, there is still a big interest in the U.S. companies acquiring Chinese companies to take advantage of the potential rising currency and also cheap valuation of Chinese companies, and to further tap into the biggest market in the whole world.
Uh-huh. Now, I mean, you have a wonderful background, and you are the right person to be involved with this. And I will say, since I attended your event, I met a lot of interesting people, and quite a few that I'm, in discussions and talking about opportunities in China or their belief in good news as well. And so it was really a good feeling, and a lot of people who are looking to do new business, and I think that's good, because that's in essence what we all need, especially in some of the difficult times here in America, to find new opportunities where we can grow. That's what it's all about, and I think that's what the conference was all about.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you said, this really, China provides many of us with an opportunity of a lifetime. When the U.S. is still trying to get out of the recession, but China is still growing, and I think it will continue to be growing in the next 20 years. And so it really provides with a lot of businesses, small, medium, or large, or entrepreneurs with great opportunities in all different sectors. The key is really to, discover the comparative advantage and what you can offer, what China needs and what China has and what you need, and to bridge them together. We are in the business basically bridging the U.S. businesses with the Chinese opportunities and vice versa in commercial, in manufacturing, sourcing, as well as corporate finance.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
I think I mentioned to you, and our audience knows a little bit about this, but actually it was the Chinese that put us in business 25 years ago. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary, and we started in essence as an Asian advertising agency in our own company. And I remember saying the reason why, and then we went from the Chinese to the Korean to some of the other communities, Japanese, all of them, and was that it's a big population, and there are many wonderful things happening there, and I guess over the years we've made many, many, many friends there. We brought rock and roll music into China in the late '80s, and we created the Chinese the Lunar New Year stamp, and we've always had an affiliation with the Chinese community. But we were early on, and I was involved with a series called the Pacific Century. The fact of the matter is, and since I've been in it such a long time, is that here in America, America is really has ancestry is European. Most of America originally was from England or from Germany and that part of the world, Europe. And we didn't really know much about the Asian culture. It wasn't in our history books that much, and some of the stuff that was in the history books wasn't, in essence, I'll put in quotes, some good news. It was, working hard people. But not that that wasn't good news, but some of the situations weren't as thriving, industrious as what people learned from in the European mindset. So I think it's taken some time and a lot of success for the Asian understanding, the Asian century, the Pacific century, to take effect here in America. Wouldn't you agree to that?
Absolutely. I think although there's a lot of coverage about China and Asia and the development over there, but there's still, I found in our business advising clients in doing business with China, there is a lot of a gap in understanding and information, and there's a lot of misinformation. So I think your media and what you're trying to do is terrific. And what we're trying to do really parallels what your Good News Broadcasting is trying to do, is to really bring the information, the real information, the accurate information about business. For my event purposes, is more about business opportunities. To the companies and the business executives and entrepreneurs here, so that the both sides could actually leverage each other's strengths and advantages to do business and to grow and to make money.
And I think there's a lot of awarenesses in what you're saying, and one of a very unusual comment I would say that people might not realize is that there's more people that speak English in China than speak English in America.
Right.
So that's a pretty outstanding concept.
That is true. With the sheer number of people over there, the base is much larger, and it's true that the young people are really being well educated and speak very good English, and they are able to communicate much better than the older generation with the countries in the West.
So how do you see the future here? And tell us, with LFI Solutions in your company. So I imagine you're quite busy, and a lot of people are, because of our, maybe let's quote in quotes, lack of understanding and knowledge and how to do business there, you must be, sought after for help by American companies.
Yes, indeed. We've been quite busy, and we've had, a number of great years, and we continue to enjoy the growth in China and, a growing need for our services. We pretty much, advise the clients on their China market entry strategies, and we help them to execute, and we help them source products, a lot of times very unique products in China, and set up the manufacturing. Also manage the manufacturing process, provide the quality control and supervision, troubleshoot issues, and we also help companies to raise money, attract investors, and put together mergers and acquisitions. So it really keeps us really, really busy. We're very happy that we are really we have a business at the right time in the right place.
Okay, and this Lora is a hard worker, I'll tell you that. She's got a BS in economics from Beijing. You got a master's in advertising from University of Illinois, master's of arts in education in Singapore. So you're a hard worker. Where does that come from in you?
Oh, I guess the very strong fear of failure.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. I've heard that from other people every once in a while. So you like to you have a good work ethic because you want to make sure that you're not in the doldrums of life.
No, I'm very afraid of stuck in the rut, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I enjoy working. I love working. I don't mind hard working, and so that really keeps me going. I always like to juggle multiple things at the same time. And in our work, the work could be very challenging because we service clients in all different industries, and every single client brings a new set of business problems to us, and we gotta have to study the business, their competition, and their business model, and what China offers, what the U.S. offers, and then come up with comprehensive and very unique strategies for them to grow. So we're constantly learning. We're constantly working very hard. I stay up, very late at night, trying to connect with China, but it doesn't really bother me. I really enjoy it. I'm having a fantastic time.
It sounds like a lot of good news for you. Fantastic, Lora. Well, thank you very much for sharing your good news with us. And we look forward, Good News Broadcast looks forward to working, as they say, mutually beneficially together for a long, long time with your organization. And however we can support your efforts, you can count on us. Okay,
well, terrific. Well, Paul, thank you so much for coming to our event and for really coming to us and partnering with us. And I think your Good News Broadcasting is really just the right media at the right time. And it's something we have been seeking for, and I would think has been the world's is missing. So congratulations for your great concept, and I look forward to working with you.
Fantastic.
For many years.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lora. Thank you for sharing the good news.
Thank you so much.